How's it going, guys? Welcome back. Today we got some more MLB The Show 19 roster update predictions. I just want to start right away and say I do apologize. I did not do a roster update prediction for the last one, mainly because I have not touched MLB The Show in like 3 weeks. I told you guys about it before, not gonna make a big deal out of it. Ever since they've released like 6,099 overalls 2 months into the game, and everybody has one, they're only like 30K to get it. It's like, oh, just get your free 99. It's drove me away from the game. Not a big fan of it. I've always been a big fan of having like the super rare cards and stuff, making it, it's more exciting to put all that work in. For example, I put like 1 million stubs into doing that Willie Mays set just to find out that, now everybody can have an all 99 team for well under 1 million coins. So it's like, whatever. But, it is what it is. People love it. Some people don't. It is, like I said, it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. But today we're going to be doing our roster updates predictions video. We're going to be going over here and we're going to start with the good old Chicago White Sox. We have Yoan Moncada. He's batted 300 all year. 394 over the last month, just 4 home runs, which, it's not the greatest, not 4 home runs, not too big of a deal, though. But I'm not worried about that because you look at the guy's contact, he's got a 66 and a 54. That does not scream 300 hitter. He should be able to see some sort of upgrade. He does need a +5 to go gold. It'd be interesting to see what kind of upgrade they do give him. It might be a 77, 78, but still at 300 stubs, if he gets up to that 77, 78, it starts getting into people's heads that he could get a bigger upgrade. Maybe he goes close to that 700 to 800 stub mark. We'll see. Next up, we got Yasiel Puig. Now, Puig's been on absolute fire lately, thankfully, or the Reds would probably be on like a nice 8-game losing streak right now, but he's been 500 in the last week, 372 on the month with 9 dingers, 18 RBIs, and even 4 stolen bases. He's still getting a job done on the base pads. His overall average, it's still in the 250 range this year, which is always worrisome, but at the same time, this is a guy that has been, at some point in time, a gold player. It doesn't take much for him to go back to gold because of that, especially considering he's a bronze hitter. He's mainly known for his defense in this game, so it shouldn't take much at all to see him get a +1 or +2 to go back to gold. Then we have our honorable mention for like every roster update prediction, it seems like now. Rafael Devers. I really don't know what the long wait is for Devers. If this was a guy with, the Bellinger, the Chris Bryant, or the Aaron Judge name coming up through the works right now, he'd be a diamond probably, or a very, very high gold. But for whatever reason, I don't know, the hype around him just isn't as big for SDS right now. But again, he's batting 324. He's been doing it all season. 64 RBIs. He's been more than a very good hitter. And again, we're at the All-Star break. You got to start looking at that now. We're at the All-Star break. At some point in time, these guys have to be realized, they're just not hot. They're playing good. They're good hitters. Again, no Devers, though. He's a guy with terrible fielding stats. I'd imagine he needs to see some sort of upgrade there at some point in time. We'll see if it happens, though. Rafael Devers would need a +4. Then we're going to talk about some guys that can go diamond. Now, I've noticed one thing with roster updates. This shit's a little bit different than it has been in years past. Content in general. SDS has been releasing a little bit more content week after week after week, especially the higher tier guys. We've also been seeing diamonds the same exact way. I feel like we've seen a couple diamond upgrades every single week. And back in the day, I'd say that was questionable because I used to be very stingy with the diamonds, like those very prestigious awards, understandably so. But now they're getting a little bit more lenient, I feel like. Maybe, give us fans some more players to look forward to getting updates, every roster update, every 2 weeks, you get a couple of them. So I feel like we might be getting 2 diamond roster update or 2 diamond upgrades every single week from now on. Maybe it could change, maybe just 1. But for that reason, I'm going to play it like that. And I'm going to give you guys 2 or 3 guys I think could see a diamond upgrade this week based on the fact that they would release, and give 2 diamond upgrades. Starting off with the guy that probably should already be diamond and is a lead candidate here. That is Hyun-Jin Ryu. Should be a no-brainer here. Like I said, the guy's got the best ERA in the league. He's got 10 wins, a 1.73 ERA, a 0.91 whip. It's, again, the all-star break. A 1.73 ERA is disgusting. He more than most definitely deserves to be a diamond, and it should happen. I highly expect it. Next up we have is Xander Bogaerts. Now, I'm going to be the first one to say I am very confused with how to treat Xander Bogaerts because it was 3 years ago, 4 years ago, Bogaerts got a diamond, right? He was a diamond player by SDS. Then he had a year he didn't play. Then the year after that, he had, an average year. Not really even average. He got about 290, 23 home runs, 80, 90 or some RBIs. And he was struggling to get past the 80 overall rank. Was that last year? And then this year, we're looking at him again. 294 average, 17 home runs, 65 RBIs. Now, statistically, that's a better season than the year ago when he had a diamond. But, so was last year. So that's where I'm kind of confused here. I feel like he could easily be a diamond. But I always have to try to remind people, like, when guys get looked at in a certain way, I always bring up Jose Abreu. He's always been this silverish, goldish guy, even if he starts batting 300, or Adam Jones. little bit different for these guys this year, obviously, but they always kind of get stuck in that one range, and SDS doesn't upgrade them. And I felt like Bogaerts was that guy for a while, but now he's an 84, and he needs a +1 for a diamond. So I feel like maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to upgrade him. He's still only 26 too. I'm sure they'll look at that as well. Just needs a +1 for Bogaerts. And again, you know, you look at the stats, 76, 84. He's got some room there for sure. Maybe a little bit of upgrades into fielding stats as well, being a shortstop. You never know. We'll see what happens there. Xander Bogaerts. Probably the least likely out of the 3 we're going to list here today, though, if I'm being completely honest. The other guy I do like, though, is Josh Bell. Josh Bell is not Josh Bell. That would be equipment. If you guys ever need an equipment for Josh Bell, well, that's where you go to get it. So Josh Bell, you're right here on this page right here. Looking pretty good. 83 overall. He's going to need a +2. But the guy's got 27 dingers so far this year. 27! 84 RBIs. League leading 84 RBIs and a 302 batting average. Guys, this game absolutely loves the power hitters. You look at guys like Bryce Harper, Giancarlo Stanton, they're always diamond, putting up crazy power numbers. I think you gotta look at Josh Bell. Not as one of those guys, I'm not gonna call him a Stanton or a Bryce Harper yet. He's got to prove himself for more than, 1 year, but when you look at it from a year standpoint, halfway through the season, I think it's about time. It's gonna take the fielding stats, though. Again, he's a first baseman, though. This could be a little bit tougher for him to get that diamond upgrade because of the fielding stats, but that's what it's gonna take. A little bit of help from the fielding. Definitely a lot of room for the power, though. They're both 80, 78. You can see those closer to 90 easily. Maybe you don't need the fielding. We'll see what happens there. Josh Bell up to a diamond. That's what we're predicting. Otherwise, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.